lids at Dutch Brothers are really weird. It's like a baby bottle. Like
It's
a
like
sippy
I know,
cup.
I love them.
Grown-up sippy cup.
So weird.
I love them because they don't spill.
That's true. Yeah.
Like a
I'm
sippy
sure
cup.
That's why.
Is that a hot drink, Jessica?
It is.
Wow.
It's a hazelnut truffle mocha.
I
Quite
had that.
good.
Yeah, they're very good. Very
it's
sweet.
It's like eating a truffle.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear what's not like eating a truffle?
Oh God. What?
My recipe for healthy fudge. You guys, it's so bad. Easiest fudge you'll ever make. Decadent and delicious. It
You
was
lie.
coconut oil, honey, and cocoa powder. And you
that's it.
taste all three of those flavors individually.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
It was so bad. The kids love it.
Oh,
What is
okay.
wrong with you? Yes,
Does
eat it. Oh,
Does it set though? Is it?
yeah, it's set. It cuts
Because coconut
up
oil
just
is
like-
hard.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's
set
what
up
I'm
just like
thinking. Is
regular
it-
fudge. The texture is fine. It's a little chewy because of the honey.
Because the consistency of coconut oil is like soap. It sounds not
it's
good.
terrible. Don't ever make it. Don't ever.
I made regular bad for you fudge today, so I will bring
Thank
that on
you.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
You
All
ready?
right.
I think I'm ready.
Ready?
Okay.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Love on the Pod podcast, where we discuss all your favorite deliciously cheesy, made for TV movies with humor and fun, and a few surprises along the way. This is episode 5, and I'm Sherri.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Danny. This week we're talking about Destined at Christmas. This is one of the first GAC movies for their holiday lineup this year, about two shoppers on Black Friday who meet and feel a spark and get separated and have to spend the holiday season searching for each other. What could go wrong? Before we hop into that, let's talk about some movies that we watched this week, because there were some really good ones and some really not so good ones.
Yes.
What did you guys watch?
Okay, I watched 2 this week. One was one I've already seen. They're both Netflix movies. One was Christmas in the Wild, which I've seen multiple times. It came out in 2019. It has Kristen Davis and Rob Lowe.
Love that.
And yes, I just love it. It's so good. It's not an overly Christmassy, like typical Hallmark style movie, because it's set in Africa, but it's just such a good movie. It's so well written and so well acted. I love it. Have you guys seen it?
Yes, I love that one. And I actually have started it a couple of times since it came out, and never, for some reason, never had the time to finish it. And so just a couple months ago, I watched it. I was in the mood for a Christmas movie, turned it on while I was folding laundry, and I just loved it. It was so good. It completely captured my attention and really got me invested in it. It wasn't one of those typical ones where I'm thinking, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen here, but I'm going to watch it anyway because it's cute. I truly didn't know how it was going to turn out, and it was very cute. And I even texted my husband halfway through, and I was like, can we go to Africa and play with baby elephants? Because they're so cute and it's so magical and so cool. And I just adore Rob Lowe. So I really enjoyed it.
Well, and I liked that she's in this failing marriage, so she decides to go off and kind of find herself, and she's working with these African elephants, and she really finds her passion, and it's just a really feel-good movie. It's not your typical run into the ex-boyfriend or the childhood sweetheart. She the main focus is that she's making a difference and an impact in the veterinary world, and I thought that was really great. Different twist than we normally see.
Well, it's kind of like Eat, Pray, Love meets a Hallmark Christmas movie. You know, it's kind of the middle of
I never saw
those
that.
two things. Yeah, it's been a while. I saw it like right after it came out. It's been several years.
Yeah, I read the book. I don't think I saw the movie.
I think I had the book on my shelf for a couple of years, but I never read it.
As we do.
Yeah. Another one that I watched this week, because last week we were talking about the Cozy Christmas Inn. Was that last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had to go back and watch Christmas Under Wraps because I had never seen it. Did not realize Cozy Christmas Inn was a sequel. So I was really excited to watch the first one. Oh my gosh, loved it. Absolutely loved it. So cute. And it was kind of cool watching it from the perspective I had, having seen A Cozy Christmas Inn, but not the original movie. Because the whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking, how long ago did he break up with Erica? Is he still thinking about Erica? It was fun. It was cool. I really enjoyed it. I love Candace Cameron. I thought they had really good chemistry. And I also was kind of sad because I'm watching it and seeing all this love story unfold, knowing that they don't end up together in the sequel. But it was fun. It was cool. There was one other movie I think we all at least started watching.
Oh God.
Oh man.
I don't know if I have the energy to talk about that.
Oh my gosh. I know. Okay. I was really excited for Freddie Prinze Jr. to return to the big screen. Let me tell you.
This was his comeback. It's been years.
I mean, Scooby-Doo came out and he was hot. And I was like in love with him. And it's been a while. And I was like, oh yeah, okay. Freddie Prinze Jr. is coming back. Let's watch this. It's a Netflix Christmas movie. It's going to be great. It's going to be cheesy and cute. It's rated PG. So Abby and I, my daughter Abby, 10 years old now, upstairs, folding laundry, turn on this movie. And
what's it called? Because I haven't seen it.
It's called Christmas with You. Okay. It just came out this year on Netflix. The opening credits start, and it is this pop star dancing around in this tiny little outfit. And Abby looks at me and she's like, Mom, is this an appropriate movie?
He's not the pop star though, right?
No, he's not the pop star.
Okay,
that would have been hilarious.
The pop star is Amy Garcia, who I know from Dexter. She was a main character on Dexter for almost the whole run of that show. And she's a great actress. She's a very good dramatic actress. From this movie, you would not know that. You would not know anything. In fact, I think you're dumber having watched the movie.
Well, now I really want to watch it.
Okay, we could not get through it. We got maybe 15, 20 minutes in, and I was like, I just can't watch this. It's making my eyes hurt. I don't know where this is going. I don't feel like this is very Christmassy. My daughter keeps looking at me like, why are all these people half dressed? I had to turn it off. I turned it off and we turned on The Winter Palace, Danica McKellar's movie from, I believe it was last year on GAC. We didn't finish that one either, but that one was actually pretty cute so far.
Yeah, I finished. It took me 3 different tries to finish Christmas with You.
You were dedicated.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about it today, so I'm going to finish it.
You're committed.
I mean, if we haven't already said it, it's not a good movie. Okay, guys, it's not.
Do not watch it, or do,
and email us and let us know what you think.
Yeah,
but it's just. I get where they were going with the story, and I think the story had the potential to be good because there's other movies in this style where one of the characters is a famous celebrity, right? Like Lights, Camera, Christmas. Very cute movie. Loved it. Kind of a similar premise where this person is, a celebrity and they fall in love. But I didn't buy their chemistry together. I didn't think the girl who played his daughter looked anything like him. I didn't buy that the mom was his mom. Like, I just didn't buy any of it. It was just, and I hope they give it another try with a different movie.
And this was on Netflix?
Yes, it is on Netflix, and it's trending. It's in their top 10 right now. So people
Freddie's back. People are excited.
Yeah.
But then they watch the movie and they're like, you wait this long and this is the one you choose?
Yeah. No.
I don't know, buddy. Maybe try again.
Well, I did watch a Netflix Christmas movie from last year. I believe it's called A Castle Christmas, Danielle. Did you watch
Castle
that
for
one?
Christmas.
A
Yes,
Castle for
I
Christmas
love that movie.
with Brooke Shields and Carrie Elways from Princess Bride. Loved it.
So
Loved
good.
it. It was really good. So
Mhm.
you can redeem yourself, Jessica, and watch that one on Netflix because
I did. I watched it
You
right
did watch
after.
it.
Oh, you did.
I
Isn't
did.
it
I watched it
good?
right after. Bill walked in the room, my husband, and he goes, "Is that Wesley?" I'm like, "Yes, it is."
Yes,
As
With a
you
Scottish
as you
accent.
wish.
Well, I must say his Scottish accent was fantastic. I believed it.
I did too.
It was very good.
And I loved that Drew Barrymore made a little cameo. That was so cute.
Yes, and
Oh,
unexpected.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm sure that must have been like when she was launching her talk show. So probably part of her like
Could be.
promotional. But I love Brooke Shields. She does those flower shop mystery movies on Hallmark.
Yes.
And I love those. Those are so cute.
Oh, I've never seen those.
She's
Check
very
it
cute.
out.
She's a detective and a florist. So, and a
Oh.
former lawyer. So it's very
Wow.
She knows her stuff.
Yes.
Woman of many trades.
Yes.
Should we talk about this movie?
Yes,
We
let's
shall.
do it.
Let's do it. Okay, Destined at Christmas. This is our first Great American Family Christmas movie of the year, or of the Christmas season. So, a little summary about this one. Kim and Theo are our main characters. They meet in the midst of Black Friday shopping madness, but there's a definite spark between them. When a power outage causes some panic at a store, the couple gets separated. With Christmas coming, there should be plenty of distractions, but neither Kim nor Theo can forget the other. Both yearn to find each other, but how with so little information to go on? It'll take a little Christmas magic and destiny to bring them back together. So that was the little blurb from the GAC website when they were promoting the film. And it was released October 22nd. So it's been out for a little while now. I've seen it play through several times on the GAC channel. So it's pretty easy to access. It is starring Shae Robbins, who is in a lot of TV movies like Hot Chocolate Holiday. She's also in one episode of Yellowstone. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Yellowstone.
Never watched
I have, but I can't say that I recall her.
It's only one episode. She plays a waitress, so I'm guessing it's just a little cameo. I've never watched Yellowstone. I've always wanted to. I've heard it's great. And then Casey Elliott is her starring opposite her, along with his own daughter. And I thought that was really cute. I found myself throughout the whole movie thinking that the girl that was playing his daughter didn't look anything like him. And then I found out that it's actually his daughter.
It is.
So, yeah. Okay, I got a little bit confused here. I was trying to find out where this movie was filmed, and it was very strange. There were some conflicting thoughts on where it actually was filmed. So, a lot of articles said it was filmed mostly in New York, in the Brooklyn area, and the interior of Kim and Theo's house filmed in a studio in LA. But then some articles claimed that it was filmed in Turkey. So I was a little confused. I didn't know if you guys had heard anything on that or seen any information about that.
Seems like Turkey would be a long way to go to film a movie.
It does. But then if you look at Shae Robbins' Instagram, she was in Turkey filming a movie, but I feel like it might have been a different one.
I think that for the most part, for these smaller networks, if they go to another country to film a movie, it's because they got to base the storyline around that country, I think.
I would think so.
Like
And
Mary Swiss Miss. Was that, actually, I take that back. That wasn't filmed. Was that filmed in Europe? I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't actually watched that one yet.
I don't know if I looked it up. I believed that they were in Europe. So either way.
Either way, well done. Okay, so here's another little fun fact for you, and then we can talk about this movie. Shae Robbins, her husband, Brad Robbins, is in a singing group with Casey Elliott, who plays the main guy in this movie. It's called Gentry, and it's a 3-part harmony music group. I watched their music video for Danny Boy today, they're very good singers. It was a little funny and cheesy, but I thought that was really funny so Casey Elliott and Shae Robbins already knew each other. And I noticed that they had really good chemistry. And I wondered if that was why, because they're great friends. So maybe it was easy to kind of create that. I don't know.
That's funny.
Now, I didn't know that Shae Robbins' husband was in the band or the group as well, but I saw an interview with Casey Elliott, and he said that he's in a man band.
A man band.
Called Gentry, and it's a gentleman's trio. So.
Oh, Gentleman's Trio.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Cute. Okay.
That's very cute. I like it.
I like it.
All right. So this movie starts out Black Friday, but not really Black Friday because it's Thanksgiving night. Theo and Kim are both in line waiting to get into the store. There's a man that comes by, is trying to sell some hot chocolate. Theo goes to buy some. He's a few cents short. Kim jumps in, picks up the tab.
Can I just say, like, what a great idea to go and sell hot chocolate to these people waiting in line. Mm-hmm. Such a good idea. I love that.
Yes, I loved it. And I had to notice that this Black Friday line was awfully cheerful and friendly and organized. Everyone was single file. There was no craziness. There were no security guards. There were no big yellow chains roping off the line. Like everyone was just following the rules. It was lovely.
Nobody was in their pajamas, which we've been to our fair share of Black Fridays. We know how people come to Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some are dressed up. We usually wear clothes.
We wear clothes.
But lots of people come in their pajamas.
Usually we wore clothes.
Regular clothes, not PJs. Sometimes we wore a Christmas sweater.
Yeah, and that was back in the day when the stores opened at 5 a.m. There was no Thanksgiving Day shopping.
No. And now it's all online anyway. So
True.
That was another thing I really liked about this movie is it kind of brought that Black Friday shopping magic spark back for me because I just don't have any interest in Black Friday shopping anymore. Now that you can do everything online and you know, people are shopping on Thanksgiving, it's kind of lost its luster for me. But this made it kind of magical again, and I really liked that.
Did you guys see that Target just announced that they will never be open on Thanksgiving again?
Heck
I love that.
Yeah.
Good job, Target.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
Because
that's great.
I hate that. I'm like, these people should be home with their families. Why are you open on Thanksgiving? You can shop tomorrow.
Yeah. I did see somebody make the point that not everybody has a family and some people want to work on this day because it's hard for them. So I thought that was an interesting perspective because I'm lucky to have a family that I do spend every holiday with.
Sure.
But do you have enough people to staff a whole store that are feeling that way? Probably not.
Likely not. No. So then you're going to always have people that would rather be home, but they have to work.
Mm-hmm.
And wouldn't you have some needs for the next day? Maybe restocking shelves or getting things set up for the next day. If people do want to work, maybe they could volunteer for that kind of a team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't run a store, so I don't know how it works, but.
Well, yeah, like when Target used to do those really big Black Friday blowouts where they had those displays in the middle of every aisle, they were setting those up the day before, night before.
Right.
Because it was only accessible on Black Friday. I remember going to buy all my DVDs, right?
That's right. When they were $2 to $4.
Oh my gosh. Today I went to Fred Meyer to get my last minute Thanksgiving ingredients. And I walk in the door and there are boxes and boxes. I'm talking all the way down the aisle with these giant Black Friday signs of socks. Just socks. And I was so confused. All the way down the middle of the aisle, the whole entrance of the store. This was probably like, I don't know, at least 100 feet worth of boxes of socks. I was so confused. Socks are not that expensive. Is it a really high priority Black Friday item?
At Fred Meyer, it is. They base their whole Black Friday promotion every year around socks. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, come and get socks for your family. Every year, because the manager from Fred Meyer here, she always posts on the community pages about their sales. And every year I see it come up about socks. Yeah, that's how they get people in the door. They sell really cheap socks. And then while you're there, you buy other stuff.
Buy everything else. I mean, good marketing, but
Yeah.
I didn't know there was that much of a demand for socks.
And they're cute.
Well,
like they're fun, festive holiday socks, or, they're not just like white socks.
I mean, these boxes were all like white socks.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they
were
sell those too.
all white tube socks. Just boxes and boxes of them.
Interesting.
I don't
know that I've ever gone during their sock sale. So I couldn't tell you what
happening
it's
now.
like as a shopper.
If you need any white socks,
Thank God.
they have plenty.
Oh.
All right. So after Kim purchases the hot chocolate, Theo notices her wallet, which has dinosaurs all over it. And this will become an important part of the story. But when I was watching it for the first time and he said, interesting wallet. And she said, oh, I know. Some people think it makes me look like a kid, but I love dinosaurs. I was just like, what?
I know. I was thinking, who writes this stuff?
What a weird interaction.
Uh-huh.
First of all, why is he noticing or commenting on her wallet?
Right. This is the strangest meet cute I've ever seen.
Very weird. It's a meet weird. It's not a meet cute. So they swap stories. She is shopping for her niece. He is shopping for his daughter. They come up with their game plans. Doors open. They head inside. We see a nice little montage of everybody shopping, and they keep seeing each other. They keep looking around and doing a cute little wave or smiling at each other. And after this montage, they meet back up outside, and Theo is empty-handed. It's Black Friday, and he has literally nothing in his hands. He didn't buy anything in the store.
I didn't notice that, but now that you mention it, yeah. Because Kim comes out and she's got lots of bags and he's got nothing.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Well, maybe he was just so turned off by that employee who cut him off mid-question in the store. He's
I know.
Like standing by this display, but not really pointing to it at all. And he starts this question and the employee just cuts him. No, it's all out here. And it's like, he didn't even finish what he was going to say. You have no idea what he was going to say.
Maybe he was going to ask where the bathroom is. No, everything's out here.
Everything's out here.
Be wherever. We don't care.
But isn't that kind of true to Black Friday?
Yes.
The employees are so overwhelmed and there's so many people that they just can't,
They've answered the same question over and over again.
One of my favorite throwback early 2000s creators on Instagram, she just posted a reel about Black Friday at Victoria's Secret. And
oh man,
she was playing the part of an employee and she was like, oh yeah, the fitting room is going to be about 15 to 75 minutes. We're not sure.
I remember those days though. They'd put up the velvet rope and they'd let a certain amount of people in and then they'd let them out and you could come in and everybody had to have their special VS bag and you never use it, but you have to have it because it's Black Friday.
We waited in those lines all the time. I had like 4 of those bags. I still have 2, I think.
I had one forever. Actually, maybe I do still have it that I keep all of our pool floaties in it.
And you know what the funniest thing is about those bags? They didn't even give them to you for free. You had to pay for them. Spend this much, and then you get the privilege of buying this bag.
Yes. It wasn't even a gift with purchase. It was a purchase with purchase.
It's just genius marketing. Like they had us by the throat with their marketing.
Totally.
And they always said, they're going to run out. So you better get here early. And we did.
Why? Why did we need it? We didn't.
I don't know. We didn't.
I mean, they had samples in them that we felt like, of what is it? Heavenly Angel or whatever.
That's
love,
right.
Love Angel, Love
Spell.
And Love Spell.
Mm-hmm.
Every middle school girl had to have Love Spell.
Oh man. That stuff makes me gag now. I can't.
Oh man. There was one that I liked more. Sweet Romance, I think is what it was called.
Oh, aren't you mature?
Oh, yes. I do kind of miss those Black Friday days. Those are fun.
Love Angel. No, not Love Angel. Love Spell.
Love Spell.
Yeah.
Love Spell and Axe body spray remind me of teenagers going through puberty, and it just makes me want to throw up. It's so bad. I can't.
Clinique Happy will do that for me.
Oh,
or anything.
I love that.
Cucumber melon.
Cucumber melon. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So for me, it was Love's Baby Soft and Ralph Lauren Polo for Men, which is totally dating me, but it was awful. Awful.
I wore Baby Soft.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
I
the
remember.
first perfume that I ever got was Baby Soft.
I
And then it
remember. I
became-
can smell it.
And then it was Pink Sugar. Remember? Nana used to always get you Pink Sugar.
Pink Sugar.
Mhm.
Yes.
I wore a Vera Wang Princess. I still love
That's
that.
right.
perfume.
Yes. Nana always got you Princess and she got me Pink Sugar.
Yep. And the Princess bottles came with the rings that were shaped like a crown that you could wear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
I don't know
We're
how we got
way
into
off
perfume.
topic now.
Oh, yeah.
That's why people
Leave-
listen. For the
Leave
side
it to us
conversation.
to watch a movie about Black Friday and go down a rabbit hole. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So they're outside. Theo is empty-handed, unsuccessful. He wanted to get this doll for his daughter. It looked like an American Girl doll kind of situation.
Mhm.
We
He
should have
didn't
done
get
a
it.
better job at making it look like a rare toy. It looked like just like a normal
18-inch
Doll.
doll.
Yeah.
that you
Come
could
back
get
next week.
anywhere.
They'll be back in stock.
Yeah.
But Kim was successful. She got that doll for her niece. And she sees him and she finds out that he didn't get it. And what does she do? She gives him the doll for his daughter. So sweet. Yeah, she just gives it to him.
Mhm.
She says, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm
I
sorry,
would worry
but
about it.
if it's
It's
this year's
Christmas.
hot toy, it's expensive.
Yeah.
And it was. I think the price tag was like $40 for this 18-inch doll. That's a lot.
I guess if it was an American Girl doll, then that's cheap, right?
That's cheap. Yeah. But if it's a My Life doll, those are $24.99. So regular price. And I don't pay regular price for them.
And they're not rare.
No, they're not rare.
So to repay her, Theo invites her to breakfast. And so they go to a 24-hour diner for breakfast at what, like midnight, something like that. And you guys, this scene was so weird. They had the weirdest conversation. It opens up and Kim is telling Theo about her college roommate and how she had a tent over her bed in their dorm. And she was so shy that she would hide in the tent. And she never knew if she was in there or not. I was like,
Is
where
she 6?
did this story come from? Did the writer actually have a roommate in college? That
They
did-
must have.
How do you think this crap up?
Or is she ad-libbing the whole dialogue? Yeah, I was very
Right.
confused about that.
Yes. Super weird.
And then she
we-
ends up becoming her sister-in-law. So, boom. Like, what?
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Now she's married to her brother and they're best friends. Was the tent weirdo.
They keep bringing it up later in the movie. It comes up a couple more
It
times.
does. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is a family joke, but it's very weird.
But they could have left it out. I don't know. It was
Mhm.
weird. I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit endearing and funny, but it was just bizarre. It was a weird thing. So during this breakfast, we find out that Kim's a teacher and Theo is a single dad. He divorced years ago. He talks a little bit about his daughter and how they like to build a fancy gingerbread and enter a gingerbread contest every year. And then we have the montage scene. This montage was so strange. So it follows them doing all their shopping, right? But they're walking down the sidewalk and suddenly I hear him, he's like almost whispering, but not quite. And he's like, so if you could ride on any kind of dinosaur, what would it be?
I don't know, freak.
What are we, 6? This is the kind of question my 3-year-old son would ask me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It was weird. And as they're shopping for ornaments and they're finding out little bits about each other, it just felt like too familiar for two people who have just met.
Mm-hmm.
It was just very awkward and bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Well, and especially if you're shopping in the middle of the night, first of all these little boutique shops are not open in the middle of the night. Well, let's just start there.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, you're going to go find some random stranger and like say, sure, let's shop together. That's like stranger danger 101. No.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You want to go to this 24-hour diner that's around the corner
Where the waitress winks at me? Yeah.
Okay, what's the secret, buddy? Although I will say, I wish that I had an ornament cart in the middle of town I could just go to and buy an ornament.
That was very cute.
Really cute.
Very cute.
Really, really cute.
You know what's weird though? That one thing I was thinking about is I feel like in every Hallmark or GAC movie where the husband and wife got divorced, the other partner is just out of the picture. They're just, we divorced, and they're like, they took off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not really a reflection of real life in most cases, that the mom just takes off. Like, I don't know. But I feel like they always try and make it that way, that, her mom's not around, or she died. They kill her off. That's the other popular one. But
yeah, I wondered the same thing, because he says that they divorced years ago. Okay, so where is she? What's the story there? Why does he have his daughter Ashley all the time? Like, why doesn't she spend time with her mom? Or does she? And they just didn't mention it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it definitely seemed like he was doing everything by himself.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like they could, I don't know, not that the mom really matters because she's not a real character, but, she, works in France, or she, something like that. Or
give us some kind of an explanation.
Or she goes to stay with her every other week or something, just so that you know. But it feels like if she's not relevant to the story, they just say, oh, well, she's no longer part of her life.
Yeah, or she's dead.
Or she's dead.
It would have been easy, though, to say, like, Theo has his daughter for Christmas this year. It's his year for Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the easy way out.
But that's real life.
All of my friends who are divorced, like, for the most part, that's how they do it. They take turns year after year, and it sucks, but it's how they do it. Or they do it all together. Some of my friends will do it all together too, which is cool. But yeah, it's just interesting that they don't ever really do that. I would like to see a movie where they do like feature a divorced couple, and maybe they both fall in love, and maybe they like talk about what that looks like as the family spending Christmas together. And, that might be interesting.
Show like a healthy relationship between divorced parents.
Yeah.
And how positive that can be for the kids. Yeah, I totally agree. Did anybody else feel like during that montage scene of them finishing up their Black Friday shopping, that maybe it was intended for that part to be played to music, and maybe they were just ad-libbing with each other? Because all of their interactions seemed very like silly, like they were being cheesy or goofing around, but it wasn't actual lines from the film. So I thought maybe they just told them, like, just be playful. We're not going to, use any of this. We're just going to play music. But then
surprise, we're going to
dinosaur whisper.
And then somebody gets mutilated by a shark.
What?
That's the last line. That's the last line in the montage. They're like, and then they get mutilated by a shark.
Oh, I missed that.
Go back and watch it. I watched it like 4 times.
Oh my gosh, I need to go back.
I'm like, who got mutilated by a shark? What are you talking about?
That is very weird.
So that really makes me think that there was supposed to be music playing over the top of it. Yes. They were just throwing out whatever came to their mind.
And maybe there should have been music playing over the top of it.
Oh my God.
All right. So Kim and Theo have reached the sporting goods store. Kim has one more thing to grab. She goes around the corner to get her last item. You can see them both kind of, smiling and having those butterflies and be like, okay, I'm going to ask him out. I'm going to ask her out. And then the lights shut off. Power's out. They're ushering everyone out of the store. And Kim and Theo both exit in opposite directions. But you
What
guys,
I wondered, why isn't everybody lighting up their way with their cell phone? Everybody has a cell phone. Turn the flashlight on. You might have been able to find each other if you had done that.
And why don't they just walk out the door and then stop and wait for the other person?
Right. Because Peril's not out in the whole town.
Yeah, they just walk out and they look left and they look right and then they look really sad and then they walk away.
Oh, well.
Like,
guess
dude,
that's
work
the
a
end of
little
that.
harder.
There's got to be benches around there. They just sit down and wait.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Like, why
They'll
in
show
the
up
world?
eventually.
You just walk away moping? Like,
I mean, you were
well.
going to,
This is the worst
Presumably.
Christmas ever.
presumably you were going to meet out there anyways, right? When you were done. So
Yeah.
what?
Why are you being so weird? I don't know.
That power outage really threw them for a loop.
Yeah. Oh.
And also, yet again, they have been shopping all night and neither one of them have any bags. So I don't know what happened to that doll, but it's gone.
Maybe they went back to
Theo.
the car. Just to do that. We would go back to the car,
That's
put some
true.
bags, and then
That's
Because
true.
they went to
Going.
breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go with that. We'll go
Okay.
with that. Black Friday's over. They go back home. And we get to meet their families. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first one we meet is Theo's family. He gets there, his daughter's sitting at the island eating breakfast. We get to meet his brother who was watching his daughter while he was shopping. We find out that his brother and sister-in-law are about to have a baby and they're like to interfere with his life. They're trying to set him up with, I was a little bit confused by this. Was the gal that they're trying to set him up with the sister-in-law's
Her
sister?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Sharon.
Okay. Sharon didn't seem like she was the same age as Theo to me.
Did
I
she seem
agree.
Anybody else
older?
get that? She seemed older to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She seemed like not necessarily in the way she looked, but the way that she acted around him. She was very motherly.
Mhm.
I thought that was a little strange.
I feel like she was trying to show him, like, I can take care of you. Look how helpful I can be in your life.
Mhm. Yeah.
That kind of thing. And because he, obviously doesn't have a wife, and we established that. And so I feel like because they were being so forceful about it. Like if you did that to me, if I was divorced and you did that, I would be so mad.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
We just happened to stop by.
it's so weird and so invasive.
Awkward. Mhm.
It's
Well,
just-
especially when it's very clear that he has said to them that he is not interested.
Mhm.
And this is her sister. Why is she putting her sister in this position when she knows he is not interested?
Mhm.
and why is her sister going along with it? Yeah, I'll just show up at
Just
every
try
time. he's
one more
there.
time.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Maybe this time he'll love me.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of stuff we used to do in middle school.
Yeah, I did that plenty of times.
Yeah,
I
you come
wasn't
over
a
and then
grown
we'll
adult.
just like go over to his house or like accidentally knock the basketball over the fence into their backyard.
Yes. It'll be a major accident and then
Oops.
love will happen.
While he's getting our basketball for
Yep.
us. Okay, so I have to say though that I thought Kim's family was worse.
Oh,
Terrible. That
So
mother. Oh,
So
awful.
yeah, I mean, we find out that she has an ex-boyfriend, right? Zach, who was around for
Mhm.
last Christmas, dumped her, like a few months ago.
Mhm.
Obviously, she was heartbroken about it. And her mom keeps bringing the darn guy up. And she's like, oh, well, he was so great. Oh, like you should get back together. He dumped her. What is with you?
And I'm here to tell you, as the mother of 4 daughters, a guy dumps you, and you guys know this. I don't like him forever.
no.
Forever. I'm not going to try to encourage you to get back together with him.
Right.
He's dead to me.
And I did not like how her sister-in-law was like so obsessed with gifts and buy my daughter stuff. And
gosh.
why didn't she get what she wanted? And you know that she wanted that doll. I'm like, then she gets nothing. What are you doing?
She had already gotten her dozens of presents and she's mad about this doll, really embracing the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
So weird. It was so weird.
It was super weird. Her personality was very abrasive. And the whole, Kim had already framed that it was her sister-in-law that was nagging her to go out on Black Friday and get all these gifts for her niece because she's the only aunt and yada, yada. And then, yes, Jessica, when she told her about how she gave the doll away, I mean, if you did that, I would be like, oh my gosh, that was so nice of you. Wow. But instead she goes, Tim, she really wanted that doll.
She's not the shy girl sitting under the tent anymore.
No. It's so bizarre. And I just kept thinking, like, I would never, and because it's not even her sister, it's her sister-in-law, which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
I would never tell my sister-in-law, like, a list of gifts she needed to buy my kid.
Never. I
So
have
weird.
a lot of sister-in-laws. Sisters-in-law? Sisters-in-law.
Yes.
I have a lot of them. I will never, ever do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's so weird. So bizarre.
Buy your kid whatever you want. Don't make other people do it.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
If they ask for a list of ideas, sure. But that doesn't mean they're going to get everything on your darn list.
No.
And why is Kim doing her shopping for her anyway?
No, it was stuff from Kim.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The
So it
sister-in-law was
very
out shopping
specific
too.
stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
So this daughter is very spoiled.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, acted like it.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
throughout the movie. She didn't want to go with them where they wanted to go. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I don't want to do that. Just, I don't think I saw a single positive reaction from her the entire movie. Earlier, we had established that Kim was a teacher when she was talking to Theo, but then we see her at work and we find out that she's a paleontologist. She works at a university. So she is a teacher, but I'm guessing she's more like a professor, right? Working at the university. And I have to think at this part, why wouldn't she specify that? You spend the whole night with this brand new person. Isn't one of the first things you do or first things that you say when you're getting to know someone what you do for a living? Isn't it kind of weird?
And wouldn't you be a little more specific?
Right.
I mean, that's a pretty cool job. Wouldn't you want people to know that?
She's Dr. Fennick. She's not just Kim.
Yeah.
Especially when you already had the conversation about your dinosaur wallet and riding on a dinosaur.
Uh-huh.
Like, why would he ask her about riding on a dinosaur if she hadn't given more context?
Right.
Besides the wallet.
Uh-huh.
No?
She has a dinosaur wallet and she just loves them.
Right.
So naturally, the next step would be to ride a dinosaur.
What a weird question. Couldn't you just ask her what her favorite dinosaur is? Why do you have to ride it? I don't know.
And then they go on to the shark mutilation. I don't understand what kind of question that could have been, but maybe they were continuing their conversation about dinosaurs.
Maybe
if a dinosaur and a shark got in a fight, what would happen?
Dinosaur, shark mutilation.
It depends on if they're on land or in the water.
That's true. If they're in the water, then it gets mutilated by the shark.
Right.
That's how you get that
Shark
one.
doesn't have much chance on the land, though, so it must be where the mutilation comes in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So while Kim is at work, who shows up but her wonderful ex-boyfriend, Zach, who her mom just adores, right? Saying he wants to get back together, saying he made a mistake, he was being childish, he's matured, he wants her back. And
He's
Kim
matured.
Right.
In what, 4 or 5 months, he's mature all of a sudden?
And I did not like him at all. He was just icky.
He felt slimy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's clearly not interested. She seems like she's really unsure of how to react, but she also seems like she is not in love with him and not interested in getting back together. But he's not really picking up on any of that. He's just trucking forward and being a
Mhm.
creep. I don't know. I didn't like it.
And she still got Theo on the mind, even though she doesn't
Right.
know how to find him.
Right. She goes back to her parents' house. She's over at her parents' house a lot. And her mom is like clearly on Team Zach yet again. She's like,
Mhm.
oh, yay, get back together. Great. But that's when Kim reveals that she has met someone, and she tells her mom and her sister-in-law about Theo, who surprisingly encouraged her to try to find him. I was surprised by this. I thought
I was too.
that they were going to shut it down and say it was stupid, but
Mhm.
kind of nice.
Especially the mom.
Yes, because he's not Zach. But okay, here's the one thing that I thought was kind of weird. And there wouldn't be a movie if this was so that's probably why. But she's saying she has no idea how to find him. I'm sorry, but if you go out and you meet someone and you can tell me approximately where they live, what their name is, and that they're a single dad, I can find them on Facebook. Give me 15
Yes.
minutes.
100%.
Yep.
15 minutes, I will find them. I am a detective when it comes to social media, as is 90% of the rest of the human population.
Mhm.
We could find you.
This movie is set in a fairyland where there is no social media.
Right.
And his name is Theo, so that's not a terribly common name.
But it's also not ridiculously uncommon, which
True.
I feel like her mom and her sister-in-law are like, oh, Theo, like there's got to be only one in the world. Like they seem like she couldn't possibly find another Theo. But I'm thinking like there's probably more than one Theo in
Mhm.
the zip code.
Yeah, I have multiple
if she-
friends who've named their kids Theo. So
Yeah.
But if she were to look him up on social media, there wouldn't be a lot of them to toggle through. So she would probably find him pretty quickly.
Sure. Totally. Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about the ways that she tries to find him. Because once she gets the green light from her sister-in-law and her mom, she goes ham and tries all the things. She remembers the gingerbread competition. So she goes there. Gingerbread house is under Ashley's name, Theo's daughter. So she doesn't even know which one is his. Sorry.
don't you think that would have come up what her name is while they're talking? He would have mentioned, he wouldn't keep saying my daughter, my daughter, my daughter. He would have said, Ashley, oh, that's my daughter. Okay.
And when she's asking the gingerbread competition lady about were there any Theos, and she's like, oh, I think I would have remembered that name. Again, like, is it a weird name? I don't know. But you would think that she would ask, was there anyone who came by with their daughter, a single dad with his daughter? That's
Father-daughter team.
Yeah. I don't know. So then she goes back to the diner that they went to, hunts down the waitress that waited on them, and asks her if she knows Theo because she winked at him. To which she replies, oh, I wink at all the cute ones. Okay.
I mean, you got to make tips, right?
Yeah. I mean, that would be endearing if it was like an old lady, I guess. But
Sure.
For a younger waitress, it's like, okay. All right.
Especially when he's there with another woman.
Yeah. Right. Like, what are you, a professional homewrecker? Like, what? Okay. So she also checks the ornament cart, asks them if they know who he is. Like, how would they? I don't know. And then she goes back to the sporting goods store and asks them for the security footage, which they provide.
I'm sorry.
Weird.
That wouldn't happen.
No, there's no way. Come in the back room. Let me show you the security footage from that day, you random person.
Well, then how is that going to help her? She already knows what he looks like. How is that going to be helpful? I don't understand.
That's an excellent
just
point.
walk by.
There he is.
There he is.
I'm not lying.
Nothing.
It's not like he's wearing a jersey with his last name on the back or something.
No.
No.
Very weird. And the fact that like at the restaurant and at the ornament stand, they were willing to look through their credit card receipts to see if they could find who he was.
Right. Illegal.
100% illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dan, the head of security, is only too happy to help her because if it doesn't work out with Theo, he is a suitable replacement.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
She's like,
So-
okay, thank you.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I think that's actually what she said too. Didn't
Yeah.
she? She was
Yeah.
like,
Something
okay,
like that.
thank you. Have a nice day, weirdo. So then she checks the local shelter because she knows that Theo and his daughter volunteer at the shelter at Christmas time. Checks the log for a Theo, doesn't find him, although it does say the Hall family on the log, but she just runs right over it. She doesn't know. That was a lot of work that she put into trying to find him. And yet she couldn't even stand outside the door and wait for him. Okay, so Theo, we find out, is a carpenter. He's got his own business, Theo Hall Carpentry. And he's telling his brother about this mystery woman, Kim, and he is also encouraged to find her. So I was trying to write a list of all the things he does to try to find her, and I realized that he did not put near as much effort into finding her as she did into finding him. He goes to the ornament cart, but not to find her. He goes there to get his credit card back because apparently he accidentally left his credit card there. So while he's there, he asks about her, which the gal says, I can't give you that information. The only one that says, I can't give you that information.
Somebody with morals.
Yeah. But he went there for his credit card.
Mm-hmm.
Then he decides to go to the play with his daughter that Kim mentioned her and her family always go to. And this is when Kim's niece gets sick and she ends up leaving before the play begins to take care of her niece. And her mom goes out into the lobby to see if anyone needs the 2 tickets. And who happens to get them but Theo and Ashley. So he meets her mom before he even finds her, which is interesting.
Now, was this after she had dinner with Zach? Because Kim goes to dinner with Zach and he's trying to win her back, and he shows up with some grocery store carnations, the cheapest flowers out there. She's not having it.
I can't remember if that's before or after. I think it might be before.
I was just going to notate that although it's very nice of Kim to offer to take the daughter home, I would never send my sick kid home with you, Danny. Like, that's weird. Oh, my daughter feels like she's going to puke and she has a fever. Danny, will you take her home? Like, I just feel like that's very weird.
Hope you don't get sick.
Yeah.
Right. And also, doesn't she want her mom?
Yeah, totally. I don't know.
But the daughter seems indifferent about the whole thing. Okay, I'll
like,
go home with
whatever,
Aunt
as
Kim.
long as I can get out of here.
The daughter seems indifferent about everything.
Movie. Yeah.
But that was it. That was all Theo did to try to find her. He went to the ornament cart once, and then he went to the play.
Mm-hmm.
And they just keep missing each other. Theo Hall Carpentry installs cabinets in gross ex-boyfriend Zach's new house. And she comes to see the house and she sees the remodeled kitchen and she's like, nah, don't want to live here. Don't like you anymore. Mm-hmm. Without even knowing that the cabinetry was installed by Theo Hall Carpentry.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, his daughter, meets Kim when she goes on a field trip to the university, and she talks to her, but calls her Dr. Fennick. So when she's at home talking to Theo, she doesn't say Kim, she says Dr. Fennick.
I really liked the advent calendar that they had going throughout the movie with the countdown.
Oh, yeah.
Too. When they moved the little wreath.
Yeah, it reminded me of Christmas Vacation. And I thought it was really cute.
Yeah. And it kind of kept you on track too, seeing how much time had passed. And yeah, I liked that too. And I thought it was really cute. I want one for my house. Yeah.
Because we know historically these movies don't do a great job at like timing. So it was nice to have that like little beat that showed you, okay, this is this was supposed to be a week and this was supposed to be 10 days or whatever.
Right. Yeah, totally. We end up at family dinner at Kim's house.
Oh, God.
Or Kim's parents' house, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, this made me so angry because she shows up for this family dinner, and who is there?
Zach. Mom invited Zach.
This mom is awful.
She's terrible. Because one minute she's saying, go and find this Theo guy. It'll be great. And then it's like, oh, let's invite Zach to dinner.
Yeah.
What is maybe the mom should get together with Zach, because the dad seems like he doesn't want really anything to do with the mom anyway.
They showed him for what, like 2 seconds in the whole movie?
Yeah.
She is way more into Zach than Kim is. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I like the idea of the sweet meddling family. We've seen that in a lot of these style of movies, but this is not sweet. This is like shoving your opinion down her throat and forcing her to be around this guy that she clearly has told you, like, I don't like him. I don't want to be around him.
She's crossing boundaries that no mom should do.
Very weird.
She doesn't feel good.
Yeah, she's encouraging her to get herself into an unhappy marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
Then they start talking about the cabinets, and the mom is saying that she'd like a kitchen makeover. Maybe it could be my birthday present. I'm thinking, kitchen makeovers cost like $50,000. What kind of birthday present is that?
You know what I want for my birthday? Bath bombs.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe a new book.
Yeah. The kitchen makeover. Are you kidding me? Okay. Why don't you do it yourself?
And my dad's all, what's wrong with our kitchen?
Which, honestly, I mean, they had a nice kitchen.
It was a perfectly nice kitchen.
So, although while Zach is mentioning this beautiful new cabinetry, he reveals it was done by a local guy, Theo Hall Carpentry. And Kim, runs out of the room and loses her mind over this. I'm like, girl, it's called Theo Hall Carpentry. That does not mean that it's your mystery man. How do you magically know that this is the one?
If she knew he was a carpenter, then okay. Cool.
Sure.
But I don't think they ever shared that information. No. Again, he didn't reveal what he does for a living. What did they talk about?
Sharks.
Riding dinosaurs and shark mayhem.
Yeah.
They both are big fans of Shark Week, maybe. I don't know. They like the Discovery Channel.
There you go.
Yeah. So Kim drives over to Theo Hall Carpentry, because why not just show up, right? It's not like you could Google Theo Hall at this point and see if there's a picture of him, because there probably is.
Pick up the phone and call the carpentry place.
Yeah.
She shows up, it's closed, but through the window, she sees Theo and his daughter Ashley having dinner with none other than Sharon, the sister-in-law's sister. And she gets all sad and she leaves again. You guys,
Sharon just happened to stop by with this picnic meal. She's pushing herself on Theo, and he's still not having it.
What constitutes a picnic? Because they're eating at a table and she brought plates.
Yeah.
Why is it a picnic?
Well, and I feel like at this point, maybe Sharon and Zach should get together.
Yeah.
There you go. Sequel. You hear that, GAC?
Follow up.
I feel like this is harassment. Like,
right.
Restraining order.
My stalker, Sharon.
Okay, but I really feel
a stalker for Christmas.
Lifetime's gonna have to pick that one up.
Yeah,
that's off-brand for Hallmark and GMC.
It's not a Christmas stocking; it's a Christmas stocking.
Oh man, that's a good title. Yeah, I was a little annoyed at Kim at this point, because I'm like, girl, you walk out the door and just walk away at the store when the lights are out. Then you go to all this trouble to find him. And when you finally find him, instead of knocking on the door, you just turn around all sad and go home because somebody else brought him lunch.
Well, because this could be his sister.
Right.
It could be his mom. Like
somebody who works at the shop.
Somebody who works there. Yeah,
so
it could
weird.
be so many different people. He clearly had a fondness for her. He asked her to breakfast. They shopped for hours. he probably doesn't have a girlfriend. Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just knock on the window and just say, hey,
Yeah.
I've been looking for you. You happen to be installing cabinets here. And I thought I would come say hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be far too logical.
Then the movie would be over. So,
Yeah. But Theo decides to take Ashley to the Santa send-off. This is his last-ditch effort, finally making a little bit more of an effort to find Kim.
Because her family does this every year.
Yes. Kim had mentioned that every year they go to the Santa send-off, which looked awesome, and I really want to do that.
It looks
so
adorable.
cute.
So, okay. This was really cheesy, but also I thought it was really cute. Theo is buying hot chocolate for Ashley. And as he's paying for the hot chocolate, he remembers when he met Kim, and he remembers the dino wallet. And somehow, when he remembers the dino wallet, he puts 2 and 2 together that if she had a wallet with dinosaurs on it, surely she must be Dr. Fennick, the paleontologist that Ashley has been going on and on about.
Who else could it be?
He just realizes magically, well, she had a wallet with dinosaurs on it, so she must be the paleontologist. And he asks Ashley, what did she look like? What does Dr. Fennick look like? And Ashley points across the way and says, she looks like that. And there she is, right there. They meet up.
Am I wrong, or was Zach there too?
Yeah.
He was there with the family, wasn't he?
He came with the family.
What was he doing there?
The mom invited him again. He's awkwardly walking, like trailing behind her. It's so weird.
I didn't notice that.
What kind of self-respecting guy would do this?
He's like a sad, lost puppy.
Please love me in my new house.
Take me home.
But the Santa, is it just me, or did he sound a little drunk when he was talking to everybody?
He had a little holiday cheer.
Was not the best Santa I've ever seen.
He was thrilled to be there.
Yes, he was very, very excited.
So they finally connect. They kiss. All is well.
Zach.
I didn't notice Zach was there. That is also very awkward. Sorry, Zach.
But
then it
also
cuts
not.
to 1 year later.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, definitely not sorry. Actually, that was sarcastic. Sorry. Sorry.
The snow overlay, though, when they were kissing, that just sent me over the edge.
I love a good Instagram filter, but a snow filter on a movie. No.
I can't say that I noticed that. Now
It was awful. It looked like something that you had done on your phone at home.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It's not getting in their hair. It's not falling on the ground. It's just, a little screen of snow.
You're not fooling anybody, GAC.
No.
You know that it is August. Okay.
They're sweating in their muffs and their scarves and their heavy
you had
coats.
to bring in 80,000 pounds of ice to create all this snow.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. I want to go back and watch it just for that scene. That's hilarious. So I noticed in a lot of the movies we've been watching lately, the end, they kiss and the movie is over, right? This one, I was happy to see it cuts to 1 year later. And everybody is together. The two families are together. Theo and Kim are together. Ashley's there.
Zach is hiding behind the Christmas tree.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, they're all back together. They're giving each other the gifts. Theo's brother and sister-in-law have had a baby, so there's a cute little baby being passed around. And Kim has a ring on her finger. And I couldn't tell, they never mention if they're engaged, if they got married, or if she's just wearing some pretty jewelry. I don't know. I like to think that they got married, but they really never tell. They all seem happy. And the story leaves us with a happy but predictable ending. But I do wish they would have at least said like what that ring meant. What would have been cool is if the ring had been in the box and he had proposed. That would have been a good ending.
Or if they got married in Black Friday in a department store.
In the sporting goods store. And Dan, the security footage guy, was the officiant.
Poor Zach is still waiting in the wings.
Zach is the flower girl. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was cute. I think that they both are talented actors. I think that their chemistry was good. But just a lot of this movie, I was like, come on, man. This is not.
I did not buy their chemistry. They seemed more like friends than romantic love interests to me. I wasn't a fan of the movie overall. So
If I hadn't been doing this, I would not have watched it again. That's for sure.
yeah.
100%. I would have only watched it once.
Mm-hmm. The premise was cute, but there were so many things. The mom really annoyed me.
Mm-hmm.
Zach annoyed me.
The sister-in-law.
Yes, Vicky.
Terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sharon. You know, they all need to have their own movie sometime.
They
Maybe not.
needed to have like more good characters.
She needed Kim needed like a girlfriend who was like on her
In the
side.
corner,
And
yes.
supportive.
Because Vicky kind of went back and forth. Yeah, go for him. Oh, well, no, Zach's so great. What was so great about Zach? I didn't see one
He
thing.
has good taste in cabinetry.
Theo's brother and sister-in-law, they lose his daughter at one point.
Yeah,
That's
they're
right, she
babysitting
wandered
and they
off.
can't even find her.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, wait, no, there she is, walking with a stranger.
Uh-huh. Just happened to be Kim, which was okay, but
Oh my gosh.
because what were they arguing about? What color they should paint the nursery?
Yeah, she says they
Yeah.
should paint it pink and blue so that they're ready for the next baby. Couldn't you just paint it white
Yeah,
or gray or
yellow or any other color that's not pink or
don't
blue.
paint it. Just leave it whatever color it is.
The baby doesn't
Right.
care.
yeah, here's an idea. Watch the kid you're with right now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Why don't you ask her opinion? Because she's not there.
Their family members are not real great in this
No.
movie.
No. And I thought that was interesting because they spent a lot of time with their family in this movie. Their family was very clearly a very big part of their lives. And so you would think they would want to cultivate, you know, a positive closeness, not a toxic relationship where your family is pushing you into things that are not healthy for you. So yeah, that did bother me a little bit. I like the idea. I like the whole idea of constantly missing each other. What is that movie? Serendipity.
Yes.
I love that. I think it's romantic and sweet. But a lot of this wasn't fate. It was just stupidity.
Yeah, Serendipity is like a really good version of this movie.
Yes.
I
Or
love
this movie is a really crappy version of Serendipity.
Yes.
Yes.
That's really a better way to put it.
Yeah. All right. So should we rate it?
Yeah,
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Would you give this movie?
I'm going to give it mutilated sharks. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or mutilated dinosaurs because the shark mutilated it.
Oh, shark mutilated dinosaurs?
We need the full story.
I'm going to give it a 2, which is my lowest score as up to now. It just didn't really do that much for me. I felt like we said, they weren't real smart about going about finding each other, and I didn't feel the chemistry so much, and the family dynamic really bothered me. So I'm going to give it 2 dinosaurs.
I am also going to give it 2. I just didn't like it. And now I'm scared because this is the first GAC holiday movie that I've ever watched. So now I'm like, uh-oh. I'm hopeful that the next
You
one
set
we
the
watch
bar
is gonna
low.
be good.
It can only go up from here, right?
Yeah, because it's a Candy Rock movie, so I'm hopeful that it's going to be good. But who knows? After this one, I'm just not sure. So it wasn't as good as Christmas with You, or wasn't as bad as Christmas with You. I will say that. So
Oh yeah,
wasn't nearly as bad. That one's like a -5.
Okay,
So.
then I really don't want to see that one.
no, you really don't. And I say that and I haven't even seen it. I watched the first 15 minutes. And At least like I could watch this movie.
Yeah.
I can't say that I would watch it again, but I could watch it. I enjoyed it watching it through the first time. And then it was over and I was done with it. I'm going to give this one 2.5 dinosaurs. Maybe one of the dinosaurs was mutilated by a shark. Because I enjoyed it once. I can't say I would enjoy it again.
This is a one and done.
Yeah, one and done.
One and done.
Yep. I agree. You know what this movie has done for me though? It has inspired me to watch the movie before I choose it for my podcast pick. Our next movie is Our Italian Christmas Memories, and hopefully that one will be better than this one.
Mom's already watched it, and it seems like it probably is better. So we're looking
Thank the
forward to
Lord.
that.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Have a
Follow
great
us
week.
on Instagram at Love on the Pod. Email us your movie suggestions. And if you have any thoughts about this movie, send your send your thoughts and questions to loveonthepod@gmail.com.
Let us know what you think. Maybe you liked it.
Yeah. And please plead your case, because we don't believe you, but you can try.
God bless you if you did. I'd like to know why.
All right.
Yeah.
We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.